Morning. Welcome to Daily Focus. I apologize. I was not able to get to one yesterday, but I had the wonderful privilege yesterday of being a part of the State of the Township address to be amongst those township leaders and to be able to express our joy to be part of the community and to bring a spiritual aspect and biblical influence into our township. And we even made the township address as the supervisor mentioned his joy of Faith Baptist Church coming to Clinton Township. And so what a blessing to be a part of that. And then the rest of my day was just so filled with things I wasn't able to get time to do this. But we're in Psalm 24, and I've entitled this one, How to Receive Blessing from the Lord. And it's right in the text. We talked about the fact that everything we touch, everything we enjoy, everything we have, even all the way down to the oxygen that we breathe, is from the Lord. And our heart ought to continually rejoice in the God of our salvation and the creator of our world. And the things that are obvious, his omnipotence, he's all powerful, his omniscience, he knows all things, his omnipresence, he's everywhere at one time, his immutability, he's always the same, he never changes, he is sovereign and absolute control. And so these are just amazing things that we're reminded as we enjoy the various things that come our way each day, and to remember that everything in the earth is the Lord's. Well, then we come to verse number 3. Who shall ascend into the hill of the Lord, and who shall stand in his holy place? He that hath clean hands and a pure heart, who hath not lifted up his soul unto vanity, nor sworn deceitfully. He shall receive the blessing from the Lord, and righteousness from the God of his salvation. This is the generation of them that seek him, that seek thy face, O Jacob, Selah. In other words, this text these verses are reminding us that there is a way to receive blessing from the Lord. And he lays it out specifically, those that have clean hands. In other words, those who regularly have short sin accounts where they realize how holy, righteous, and pure God is. And the fact that the Spirit of God lives within us and he's not comfortable in any type of sin or selfishness. And so we are regularly wanting to make sure that our hands are clean, that our motives are pure, that our actions are righteous, that we're doing things that give people a right opinion of God, whether it's our attitude or our actions. And so if you want the blessing of God, then desire to walk with clean hands, to make sure that you keep short sin accounts, that you deal with sin as the Spirit of God brings it to mind. Don't justify it. Don't rationalize it. Don't excuse it. And certainly don't feed it. But rather, we should confess it and forsake it. Those that have clean hands and a pure heart. In other words, their motives for why they live are simply that people would come to a right conclusion about God. In other words, they're not living life for their own agenda. They're not living life for what they can get out of it. They don't approach their day with what I want to do. They approach their day asking God, what does he want me to do? What is it that God wants to accomplish in and through my life today? How can I be used of God? How can I fulfill the purpose for which he created me and saved me? And so I have to have a pure heart. And those that have not lifted up their soul into vanity. In other words, they're not chasing after things that are empty. They're not trying to find fulfillment in that which is temporary. They're not trying to fill their lives with possessions or power or position, but rather they are privileged to participate in God's program. And so they approach their day that way. nor sworn deceitfully. In other words, you're not in this process of making deals with God. You're not trying to manipulate situations or manipulate people, or always trying to get your way. Always trying to convince everyone that you're right and everyone should agree with you, and coming alongside to mask what your selfish agenda is by spiritualizing it or Christianizing it with biblical language or Bible verses, or throwing out false motivations that sound good or may convince people of a wrong conclusion about where your heart really is. And so God is saying, if you want the blessing from the Lord, and I hope we all do, if we do want that blessing from the Lord, then all of us need to come to the place where we realize I need clean hands, a pure heart, not chasing after things of vanity, and certainly not deceitfully persuading people to jump on board with my selfish goals, agendas. And so if you want that, and he says, then the generation that seek after the Lord, that seek after him with their whole heart, these are the people who are blessed of the Lord. Let me ask you, are you blessed of the Lord? Do you desire to be blessed of the Lord? Then you have the pattern, you have the criteria, you have the things that you're going to have to work on today. I want to be blessed of the Lord. These are things that I'm going to work on today and each day, so that God will be able to pour out his blessings in and through my life for his glory. May God bless you. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. I hope you have a great day.